We posted some pictures on the Facebook page of this amazing rack and pedal system. Can you kind of give us in a nutshell what it's all about and what's on it?
Well, it's the concept. I'll give you a quick rundown how this all came about. In '99, when I started with Vai, I had a Strat that I got a part of my pay with Corneli. And with Vai, I brought that guitar. It had LEDs in the neck dots, front and side, a holographic pickguard and the neck, and it was flamboyant. He liked it, no locking nut. He said, "Can I play this on Little Alligator every night on the tour?" He did. At the end of the tour in '99, he asked me if I want to partake in design of a new Steve Vai model with all these things that guitar had. So, well, how can I say no to that? And but I said, "Do you want to not play a saxophone or a guitar?" Because I was a fan of the VG8 back then, of course. And he said, "Well, those things never track right," which is an answer true till today, basically. But I got a fellow from Roland, Peter Swyaden, to come over, show the VG88 and the GR33 back then. And Steve said, "Okay, I'll give you some music." It was a project that Roland did called Guitar Masters. A whole bunch of guys playing these instruments and giving them their taste. And so accidentally, Roland sent 2 VG88s and 2 GR33s. So I ended up with 2 of those because I was curious to learn it and what have you. And over the 13 years, that rack evolved. And the concept is that I have a Super Stratocaster, Super Paul, Les Paul, Super Burger, Steinberger ZT3, and Super Fly, Parker Fly, and a few others, of course. Now the Antares-powered Evo Relic that Steve gave me, but which is the most powerful technology in guitar to date, and I'll talk about that in a second. But why I say super to these guitars, I have the classic, Les Paul and Strat, right? So that covers nice grounds, and Steinberger, the latest creation, and the Parker Fly for the modern part. And they all have a hex pickup, or the Parker has now a Fisherman's triple play, of course, wireless polyphonic MIDI, hex pickup, Sustainiac, kill switch, and we have a 13-pin, it's up and down, wah probe here, I got in Zevex wah probe, radio wah built in, Steinberger tuners, by the way, which is nothing better in the world. Gibson bought Steinberger, so that's where they're available.
Yeah, these tuners are interesting because normal tuners, the post and the tuning knob is at 90 degrees. These are straight out. They're almost like banjo tuners. But you were saying they're 20 to 1 is the ratio?
40 to 1.
40 to 1. Okay.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I think the biggest I've ever seen before that is Grover's might have been 18 or 20, nothing more than that.
No, they're really smooth. Everything is right. That Steinberger is just a genius, just like Ken Parker, whatever. This is so smart. You get straight through, hold it, lock it down, and tune it up, cut, go. There's no winding. It's gearless. It pulls. It's just a straight pull, which as far as bending the strings, it's better too. It's just on all counts, Mm-hmm. And so that's on here. Then here's the LSR nut. Which is good, but on all my guitars, I will have the Jeff Beck, Trev Wilkinson nut that I talked to Trev a couple times the last 2 years. He doesn't make them anymore. And in Japan, you get them. Goto, $100. They're not cheap.
So you've got your Super Paul here in your hands. Why don't you show us some of the features you were talking about, like especially the wah and
I'll turn on the. First of all,
sustainer, everything you've got on.
Most importantly, I'm not a guitar player, please, all right? I mean, I know my few Beatles songs, whatever, enough to do the gig, but with that Gypsy guy way back, I realized, no need really, but with the Beatles, I can, whatever. So, here you go. Whatever, we'll just do something. So this guitar doesn't have Antares auto-tune, but it's still very, very nice, actually, That's a white Les Paul Dillion. Japanese wonderful guitar that my luthier in Vienna, Michael Spalt, who is a genius also, absolute, he reliced it a little bit just for the hell of it. And everything here matters. It's the Steinberger tuners, it's the LSR minimum friction nut. On this guitar, I put on a film to where the frets look black and white, respectively to where a regular standard tuned keyboard would have a C. Everything on the C key is white and black. And interestingly enough, it turns around graphically in a really interesting pattern that reverses every time you go from fret to fret, giving quite a nice insight to the...
Yeah, I just want to mention that this is the guitar that we posted. If the picture that we have on our Facebook page, this is the guitar, and you can see the fretboard with the black and white. So it corresponds to the white keys and the black keys of a keyboard.
And now he's clearly turned on the sustainer.
Sustainer's great.
Sustainer, high harmonics. We'll give it the high one. So you can go places, it's endless, And with the system that I have, I do like the opposite. I mean, first of all, I'm 68, and my main red line in my life is I want to have as little as possible, not abandoning a really good lifestyle, but the lesser you have today, the richer you are, and that's stone cold the fact. I wouldn't trade with Trump.
I don't know. Your pedal board system is that's not
contradicts.
less. That's a
it
lot.
Contradicts. That's the only thing where I go everything.
Yeah, I hear you.
That's the only thing. And again, because the way my partner, 33-year-long Ed Clothier, electronics alter ego, he designed all the layout and stuff, and I materialized it and so forth. And with he laid it out to where the system is so quiet, and I can do anything, anytime. Multiple looping situation, and I can go places that you can't help but create. Mm-hmm. If you can play, you're sold. You don't want to stop.
Well, Thomas, why don't you show us the wah that is in your kill switch on there? It's so cool. Or as he calls it, the Mayday switch.
Yeah. Mayday. Now let's go the wah on top.
Now he's activating the wah by pressing down on the pick guard.
Not pressing, just getting close.
Oh, just getting. It's a sensor. Okay.
Radio antenna.
That's just great.
Right, and then I pulled the tone. See, I have rubber rings on all my knobs to crossfade the platforms, the synth. This guitar is a hex pickup, of course, as you see, which is by Osaka Guitar Garage, I think, a really cool pickup that is a humbucker and has built in the hex right there. So anyway, so here we go. I don't have a hex. I keep thinking I'm plugged in here. But the wah probe is this, the sustainer is here, kill switch, and of course the guitar has the wireless inside the guitar. Line 6 is Guy Coker, genius. We are using, by the way, the wireless right now, so we don't clutter up the room here. So right here, quick change guitar batteries, 9 volts, super fast, no crackling going on. A general switch for the guitar to turn it on and off, and to turn the sustainer on and off, basically. And that's it. Plus the 13-pin platforms, super low action on that one. And the tuner, if I pull the volume right here, tuner right here. Okay, when the sound goes off, see? And it's nice.
Yeah, I believe that's the same tuner that Richie Kotzen uses actually on his tellies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go.
I just want to mention that what he's doing with the sounds that he's generating, we're using our little Marshall in here, and it's on a clean sound. So all of the feedback and all that stuff is being done by the sustainer and all the effects that he's getting, like the wah and all that. That's from his guitar.
So Thomas, so behind you have an Evo replica that's probably one of the best birthday gifts that anybody's ever given.
Yeah, my best one, yeah.
Yeah, so tell us about that guitar and tell us about what you've been working on with Steve Vai on that regards with that particular guitar.